Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Jesse here. It's officially August 1st, very early Monday morning. Wanted to come on here because, my bad. I should have added this to my last upload, but because I was trying to make that last upload not, take so long, I totally left it out and it should have been included because it's very, very important. So let's get right to it. First of all, July was not a very good month for people living in New York. And when I say that, I mean it was kind of scary for a lot of residents that live there. Now, I actually have made a couple of online friends that live in New York City, and New York has been a mess for a while. It's been a mess for a couple of years, especially once the boogeyman virus came out. But New York has always been a very dense, overpopulated city. I mean, there's like 8.3 plus million people that live there. The crime rate has went up exponentially in the past couple of years, and the cost of living the same thing. As a matter of fact, a couple of my friends that live there, they went from a house to like literally a closet because they just can't afford housing anymore. It's kind of crazy. But in July, like around the middle of July, New York City, they actually put out a public service announcement to all people in New York City. And it was basically telling them in case of a nuclear attack or a natural disaster, they weren't saying how, when, or what, or whatever. They were just saying in case of those things to go inside, stay inside, and listen to the news for further instructions. Well, the last time they did this to the city or for the city was in 1962. So people are like, what the hell? Why all of a sudden now? They're not giving us any more information. Do they know something we don't? No type of explanation for all of a sudden putting this out there. It scares a lot of people. And, plus, if there is a nuclear attack or even a natural disaster, you're probably not going to have access to your cell phone and online or cable to supposedly, hear these instructions that you're supposed to follow. So people were really, really scared. And then on July 20th, the mayor of New York City, he kind of did a little commercial and he was really pushing tap water. And I say tap water because he was literally pushing tap water, not just water, not bottled water, but tap water. And he actually had like a tumbler or something in his hand. And during the whole time he was saying, make sure you drink your water, very important. He didn't fill it up. He didn't take a sip. Very, very weird. Just very weird. Very odd. A lot of people were like, what? They were doing posts. There was forums going on. People were like, what is happening? And then the last few days of July, so just literally a few days ago, they put out another little safety thing online, basically telling people, make sure you have a go bag. Go bag meaning, you have a couple of snacks, a bottle of water, and maybe your important documents like your driver's license and stuff like that. Three really not very comfortable messages to the people of New York City in 1 month. So a lot of people, obviously their anxiety is going through the roof. Stress levels are high. They're already stressed because it's just hard to live in that type of environment in that city as it is. And now you have this fear because your city management, the people that run the city are kind of just adding fear into your life. And we talked about fear and why they do that and what it does. And it's just really, really scary. Now, New York, obviously they're not a stranger to bad events that have happened in the past. Obviously, we all know about the very tall buildings that were attacked, destroyed, fell down. A lot of people died. That actually led to a war that led to a lot more deaths, unfortunately. And then a lot of other things have happened in New York as well. And you guys can do your own research on those events. But New York is a very interesting location because it is a place where there are gold depositories. The Federal Reserve is there. The United Nations is there. And if you actually study the occult and these dark, groups and factions around the world that, do things that don't really benefit anyone's lives here, a lot of people say New York is actually the headquarters to no doubt at least one of the groups. And it's a very big group and a very powerful group. So it really just kind of lends credence to the fact that maybe something could happen in New York City. And maybe, this is all foreshadowing an event that could happen tomorrow, next week, next month. I don't know. But the fact that they did literally three public service announcements in the span of 2.5 weeks, to just ignore this, I think is a disservice to the people that live there. So kind of like my update for the people in the Philippines that, unfortunately went through a bad earthquake and there were lives lost and they're still recovering from that tragedy. Nothing has happened, at least as of Monday morning, in New York yet. But I still want everyone that's listening to this afterwards to please send your prayers and blessings to that city, in hopes that whatever might be in the books or might be in the horizon as far as a event that is not good for the people of New York City, that it does not happen or it's greatly minimized. The power of thought, the power of prayer, the power of positive intent and energy is a powerful thing. It's a real thing, and we can make a difference. So, yes, had to do this. I couldn't just not talk about this. And it's the beginning of the week, and there are rumblings that something big might happen. I hope this is not it. That's not what I want. I don't think anyone wants that. So let's do our part and just flood New York City with thoughts of love, blessings, and prayers. Okay? I appreciate you guys listening to this. Again, I didn't expect to come on here, at least for a couple of days, but this was definitely important. So I wish you all a great week. You guys take care of yourselves. And until next time, again, be safe, be happy, and much love.